Did the announcement catch you? I think it caught a lot of people by surprise, but did it come a little bit too soon for you? Just in the job, of course, only weeks earlier. Were you a bit underprepared?
Well, obviously, I've just become SNP leader. Today is my 3-week anniversary of becoming SNP leader. So, of course, the election has come very, very early in my term of leadership. But we're ready for it. We've got candidates in every part of the country, in every single constituency. Our campaign is moving very fast around the country, and I've been out and about. I'm down in Dumfries today in the south of Scotland, pitching the message that the SNP is the challenger in every single one of the Conservative-held seats in Scotland. And if people want to get rid of the Conservatives, then they've got to vote SNP to make sure that's what happens.
Let's touch on independence a little bit, because we did an interview just days after you became leader of the SNP. As you said, we're now just weeks afterwards. And I asked you then, what was a realistic timeline to deliver independence for Scotland? And you said it was realistic in a sort of 5-year timeline, if I remember the interview correctly. Obviously, that's not immediate. And I just wonder what your message is to some voters in Scotland who might be thinking, look, I still want independence, but it's not going to come in the next year or two, so I can come back to the SNP when it is more realistic in 5 years' time.
When I look at the issues that face people in our country today, so people living with the effects of austerity in our public services, and our public services are under pressure because of austerity. I can't speak to a business in Scotland that's not having a harder time economically because of Brexit. And every household in the country is facing a real challenge because of the cost of living crisis, exacerbated by the foolishness of the Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng budget. So that combination of austerity, Brexit and the cost of living are all decisions taken by Westminster that have had a damaging effect on Scotland. Now, my message to people in Scotland is if you truly want to do something about those factors, you've got to make sure that the decisions that affect our lives are taken here in Scotland on the basis that matters to us. That's what independence is all about. And people have got to give that the urgency because of the severity of the implications of austerity, Brexit and the cost of living crisis on people in Scotland. So that's what I would say to people about how they use their votes. Use your votes to accelerate the pace of change, to make sure that Scotland is able to take the decisions that matter in the lives of people in Scotland.